I'll show you how to set up payment methods on Shopify. So this is going to be a beginner tutorial. We'll be showing you the ropes and how to use it basically. But before we start, hurry up and check out our latest offer just under this video. So let's get started. So first thing that we need to do here is we need to go to shopify.com, log into our account, and go to our store. So in here, I'm assuming you already started creating your account, or you've already created your account as well as your website or your shop here. Now in this case, the next thing that we want to do here is we need to set up our payment methods. So you might be asking, is it hard? Is it a really difficult thing to set up payment methods? Well, the clear answer to that is no. The only thing you need to do here is just access the correct settings, sign up, create the appropriate accounts for it, and you'll be able to basically add your payment methods. Now in this case, let's go ahead and locate our payment methods, which is usually located at the lower left of your screen. So let's go ahead and click on settings. Now from here, we need to do is we need to go to the payment section here at the left panel. And in here, you should be able to see all the details that you have for your the payment methods here. So just to give you a bit of information about Shopify here about its payments, so there's going to be a lot of payment types that you could receive here. There's basically, like for example, PayPal here is actually going to be automatically enabled, as well as Shopee payments. Now they have all their payment methods here, like for example, third-party payments, manual payment methods, and installment type of payments. So in this case, let's go ahead and deep dive on the things that we could do to activate our payments here. So first thing that you'll notice here is we have Shopify payments. So Shopify payments is a tool or a app system that Shopify actually has for you to facilitate payments. Like for example, the payment here, as you can see, it is actually enabled on my store, but I do have to warn you, it's not every day that Shopify payments is actually enabled for your store. Now there's going to be like a few countries wherein Shopify payments could actually be used. Now there's going to be different countries, like Shopify payments is going to be available for me. Now, in this case, if you don't have Shopify payments enabled, then you might want to try other payment methods, which I'll be showing you later on. So for now, let's just try activating our Shopify payments here. Now in here, it's going to basically give us information, and we need to provide a few information about ourselves as well. So let's go ahead and click on next here. And from here, it's going to ask you, I am running my store as individual, registered business, or nonprofit. So go ahead and choose the appropriate reply to that. And in here, it's going to ask you a few information about yourself as well. Now we have our account representative. So the account representative needs to be the individual who owns the business. So you need to include the first name and last name here, as well as your date of birth, as well as your email address in here. They also have to provide your phone number, as well as the residential address that you have right now. In this case, apartment, street, suburb, state, territory, and postcode. So go ahead and enter all those details. Now in the next page, you are going to be asked which industry type you are currently. So we have our category here. Now you have different categories here, like for example, retail, entertainment, recreation. So let's, for example, want to say digital products here. Also have to provide the subcategories. So let's say we are for music or other media. And here, just click on next here. But if you want, you could also provide your phone number here or store phone number. So let's go ahead and enter that. So for now, and the next page is going to say identity and address verification documents. So you need to provide like IDs of any documents relating to your business, or your passport or driver's license. But once you provided all those details by clicking upload now, you'll be able to click on confirm, and you'll be able to submit for verification. So in this case, you need to get yourself verified for you to use the service like any other service that you have right now. So in this case, just click on submit for verification. But for now, I don't want to set up my Shopify payments here. So let's just go back into our settings. So at the lower left here, let's go ahead and go back to payments. And in this case, like what I said before, if just in case Shopify payments is not available to you, you could use other providers. So just to give you more information about Shopify payments here, you could also use their Shop Pay service, which is actually enables, like for example, customers to pay in installments. So if you have like for example, you have Shopify payments here, Shopee is an option for them to actually pay for this specific product that you have on your store. But in this case, let's go ahead and click on see all other providers here. And from here, we could go ahead and search for different providers. Like for example, we have Airwallex, Aiden, Authorize.net, Braintree, Ocean Payment, Payoneer Checkout, Native Cards. So at the right side here, you should see the cards that they actually support. So you have Visa, MasterCard, Amex, Discover, and even JCB here. So by clicking on the and more section here, you'll be able to see other services they actually support as well. Now, if you're going to use these services, typically they get, like for example, a percent of the transaction itself. So usually it is around 3% if I'm not mistaken, 2 to 3% depending on the service that you get. And for example, we want to use this service here, you go ahead and click on it, and from here you just need to provide your account information for this service, which is Aiden. So you need to provide your username, your password, and your merchant account. Here, you also need to provide what services you want to include, like Visa, MasterCard, Maestro, American Express, and a lot more. They have other options here as well, depending on what you are currently service you are selecting. Now in this case, once you filled out all the details here, answered necessary steps, just click on activate Aiden and you'll be able to use their service here as a payment method. Now going back, I also want to show you other payments here that is not available, like for example, PayPal here. So currently, this is not yet fully set up when you first open up your store. So you need to do additional steps for you to use PayPal as a payment method as well. Now in this case, what you need to do is you just need to follow the steps for you to basically complete your setup. So go ahead and click on complete setup here and just follow the steps for you to completely and integrate PayPal as a payment method into your shop. Now you also have other steps or other payment methods that you can use here. For example, let's just click on add payment methods. If I'm not mistaken, you can even use Amazon Pay here if I'm not mistaken here. So let's just search for Amazon. As you can see, Amazon Pay is a payment method that we could use here. And as you can see, this is Amazon Pay. Now also, depending on where your store is actually located, they offer different payment methods here. Like for example, for GCash, which is a popular electronic wallet here in the Philippines, they have different services that we could use here. Like for example, Alipay here actually provides GCash as a payment method. This service also provides GCash. So in this case, if you want to use them, just click on them, and from here you'll be able to basically add this as a type of payment into your store. So just follow the steps again. Make sure to verify yourself, and you should be good. Now in here, let's just go back. So what if the preferred payment method for you is not actually present here? Well, you could use the manual payment methods here. Like for example, if you click on add manual payment method here, you'll be able to see, like for example, create custom payment method, bank deposit, money order, cash on delivery, which in this case are more about a slower type of payment. So meaning that you might not receive those payments immediately, but you really need this type of customized payment. Like for example, if you click on create custom payment method here, it's going to say the method name here, the additional details, and payment instructions. So meaning you'll give instructions on how customers could actually pay you regarding this matter. As well, if you want to use like crypto has a payment method here, you could go to additional payment methods as well. Go to add payment, and you could just maybe search for Bitcoin here. And in here, let's just click on Bitcoin here. And as you can see, there are different services: Bagful, Coinbase Commerce, Crypto.com.pay, BitPay that you could use to basically integrate Bitcoin as a payment method into your store. Now, as well, if you want to, like for example, you only want to test a payment in your store, where you could basically use a this is just an example. This we're just testing. You could use the Bogus Gateway here. So Bogus Gateway here is a great way for you to practice or test how the payments, how your products actually interacts with the whole system that you set up for Shopify. But yeah. So setting up your payment methods in Shopify is pretty easy. Just follow the steps and you should be good. And that's about it. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, you could use the link in the description to subscribe.